You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network, the home of the Options Podcast. For more quality options programs, visit theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app available in the iTunes and Google Play stores. Select programs are also available via live stream at mixlr.com/options-insider. That's mixlr.com/options-insider. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, stocktwits.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com. The Options Insider Radio Network is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. At Fidelity, you'll always get a great value for your options trades. And with powerful investing tools that provide clear next steps, plus independent research and a wide range of investment types, we can help you make better trading decisions. Learn more about options trading with Fidelity at fidelity.com/options. Options trading entails significant risk and is not appropriate for all investors. Certain complex option strategies carry additional risk. Before trading options, contact Fidelity Investments by calling 800-544-5115 to receive a copy of the characteristics and risks of standardized options. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 7th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. It's the top 5 things to know in the market on Wednesday. First thing to know is Democrats take the House and Republicans hold the Senate. Democrats gained control of the U.S. House of Representatives following U.S. congressional midterm elections, while Republicans held their majority in the Senate, raising the prospect of gridlock in Washington. The results, seen as a referendum on President Donald Trump's first 2 years in office, were broadly in line with predictions made by nonpartisan forecasters and betting markets ahead of the election. Despite his party's loss of House control, Trump tweeted late Tuesday, claiming tremendous success in the elections. Second thing to note today is U.S. futures point to a strong open. U.S. futures pointed to a sharply higher open, with the Dow on track for a triple-digit gain as investors digested results from the midterm elections, which played out just as Wall Street had expected. The outcome was largely seen as positive for markets, since historically, U.S. stocks had posted solid gains during government gridlock. According to Bank of America Merrill Lynch, the S&P 500 averages on an annual return of 12% when Congress is split and the White House is under Republican control. Third thing to note today is the dollar and U.S. bond yields fall. Away from equities, the dollar slipped across the board and bond yields fell as the broadly expected U.S. midterm election results of a split Congress raised expectations that any major U.S. fiscal policy boost to the economy is unlikely for now. The U.S. dollar index, which measures the greenback strength, blah, 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 was down 0.6% to 95.52, the lowest since October 22nd. In the bond market, U.S. Treasury prices edged higher, pushing yields lower across the curve, with the benchmark 10-year yield falling to 3.18%, while the 2-year yield dipped to 2.92%. Fourth thing to note today is the Fed kicks off a policy meeting. The Federal Reserve's Federal Open Market Committee begins with its 2-day policy meeting with a decision due Thursday afternoon. While no change in policy is expected, investors will be looking for fresh signals from the U.S. Central Bank on its plans for the rest of the year and beyond. The Fed raised borrowing costs in September for the third time this year. Solid economic growth combined with rising inflation are likely to keep it on track for another increase in December, despite mounting verbal pressure from the White House. Fed fund futures currently priced in an increase at the end of the year meeting at a probability of around 80%, according to Investing.com's Fed Rate Monitor tool. IEA's weekly oil supply report is the fifth thing to know today. In commodity markets, U.S. Energy Information Administration will release its official weekly oil supplies report for the week ended November 2nd at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Analysts expect the EIA to report a climb of around 2.4 million barrels in crude supplies. If confirmed, it will be the seventh straight weekly climb in domestic oil inventories. After markets closed Tuesday, the American Petroleum Institute said that the U.S. crude supplies rose by 7.8 million barrels last week. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were up 49 cents, or 0.8%, at $62.70 a barrel. They dropped 1.4% at the end of the day before hitting their lowest since March 16th at $61.31 a barrel. International Brent crude oil futures tacked on 73 cents, or 1%, to $72.86 a barrel. They fell 1.4% on Tuesday, at one point touching their lowest level since August 16th at $71.18 a barrel. Our second story today is from investing.com as well. German prosecutors search BlackRock in sham trades inquiry. German state prosecutors confirmed they searched the Munich offices of investor BlackRock as part of a probe into an illicit tax trading scheme, but exonerated the company's local chairman, who is vying to succeed Chancellor Angela Merkel. The prosecutors are investigating a fraud known as Cum-Ex that typically involved trading company shares rapidly around a syndicate of banks, investors, and hedge funds to create the impression of numerous owners, each entitled to a tax rebate. On Tuesday, they searched the Munich offices of BlackRock, prompting the globe's biggest investor to say it was fully cooperating with the probe of Cum-Ex transactions between 2007 and 2011. The search has prompted wide national interest in Germany because Friedrich Merz, a potential successor to Merkel, has held the post of BlackRock's chairman in Germany since 2016. Merz, who is not there at the time of the trades that are being investigated, said he had ordered the fund's management board to investigate all incidents involving such Cum-Ex deals. Everything will be investigated, and we will actively participate in that, he said, at a political event in the northwestern German city of Dusseldorf on Tuesday. And our third story today is from investing.com. Private sale started, decentralized blockchain Mecca Casino project. Online casino market recorded $47.1 million US dollars in 2017, but the users always had reasonable doubt on the fairness of gameplay. But there's no means to verify the fairness in traditional online casino games. Under centralized online casino game systems, it's impossible to prevent tampering of the game by a third party or operator, and loss of user assets by a third-party attack. In Mecca Casino, triple-layer random number generators are used in blockchain to prevent any possible interference in all games, and payouts are fairly and accurately distributed with a smart contract. Additionally, all the transactions are verifiable with Open Registry. The most advanced feature of Mecca Casino is its Masters program that enables decentralized ownership of the casino. That's pretty interesting. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Newsweek News for today, Wednesday, November 7th, 2018. Your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.